Good morning all, or good afternoon depending on when you watch this. I am going to do a quick demo on the accessibility tools for web page reading to students and also for Word accessibility options. What I want to do first is show you, if you have a student that is on a web page, how they can, be it an iPad or a laptop, how they can have the text read to them. So I'm on an MSN page. I'm going to look here at just some text. So the student would simply take and highlight, and I'm not going to highlight a ton, and then they would right click and click Speak It.
The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said on Monday it has established.
Okay, so in Chrome, whatever you highlight, it reads that to you. Now, if you're in Internet Explorer, which we don't use a ton, wherever you start the read aloud portion, it will continue reading until up here near the top area, there's going to be a toolbar. There's a pause or a stop button. It will actually just continue reading everything. But typically we go through Chrome, so they would highlight and then they would right click and click Speak It. So that works on It works on a laptop, and it also works on an iPad. They highlight, right-click, and click Speak It as well. So excuse my phone for just a minute. All right. Now, if a student is needing to work in Word and they need some accessibility options, I'm going to open up Word. So let's say I'm working in Word and I've been typing this little portion. I'm going to go back to my file area, my home, so you can see. Let me do this one. Just open up something. Just a moment. It may have opened up below. There it is. Okay. So looking at this, you can see, oops, I'm on my home button. All right. That I have some text, and I've been playing with this text, and that's why it looks like this, that I have typed. Now, if I'm a student, and I'm going to place my cursor right here and hit enter, and I'm going to come up here. If I'm a student who needs to dictate something to my computer, we used to have to load the software on there to dictate, but now every student on the laptop has the option to click this dictate button. I'll show you what that looks like. If they're on an iPad, what I found works best is if, for my 6th graders, they pull the keyboard off and just use the keyboard function mic and dictate from there. So that's an option. So I'll show you how this works real quick. I'm going to click dictate. You see the red dot comes on, and now it is dictating exactly what I say, period. What is the moral of the story? Question mark. When will we get our assignment? Question mark. Now I'm going to turn dictate off. You can see it dictated everything that I was speaking as long as the dictate button was on. I always encourage my kids, though, like if you're going to dictate, you're going to have to go back and edit because it's going to make some errors clearly, and you can see that I have errors in mine, especially if you're wanting to create paragraphs. It does not, it will wrap. But when I say return, and there may be a word that I don't know that word uses, but it will not do a return for me. It will do the periods, it will do the question marks, exclamation marks, all the punctuation. But so far I haven't figured out how to make it return. Now, for that student who probably needs it read back to them, if they go up here to the toolbar on the far right, Learning Tools, you can see that I have a read aloud option. So wherever they put their cursor, and they click read aloud,
You see the red dot comes up, and now it is dictating exactly what I said.
I'm going to pause it. I have all my control options over here. So it will read aloud to you. And you have a few options here for speed and also for voice selection for those students. Not enough to cause any issues. Some other learning tools, column width can be changed. If the student likes or prefers a different type of column width, you have page color. You only have 3 choices. If you really need a unique color, I can help you set that up on an individual computer basis. Text spacing, if they tap it, it will give them more spacing. Syllables, it will break up the syllables if they need that. It will put it back together by tapping on that and then read aloud and then close those learning tools. So basically, Dictate and Learning Tools are your friends, essentially, and friends for kiddos. In the iPad version, again, you're going to use the keyboard Dictate button, but you'll go to View, and the learning tools are actually in the View area. And here, now that I've clicked on that, you also can see them in View here as well through Learning Tools, and it gives you this view right here. So there's several ways to get to Learning Tools, but it's really important that kids know how to get there, especially if they need to use those. You are completely free to give this video to students so that they can use it